Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about using keyboard and mouse and Xbox controllers. So I get this question quite a bit, and I figured I'd go over it in this video. So most of the time, I recommend using joysticks. That is my main recommendation if you want to get the most realistic feeling out of these machines, if you want to get the smooth moves, all that kind of stuff. Work towards getting a set of joysticks. Doesn't matter what kind you buy. It can be the ones I recommend. It can be cheap ones. It can be, but anything you can to get dual joysticks. It'll give you the best experience. But that being said, lots of people do not have the ability to buy joysticks. They don't have a setup for it. They don't have the room for it. Multiple reasons, tons of reasons. So I get the question lots of the times, can I use an Xbox controller? Can I use a PlayStation controller? Can I use mouse and keyboard? And the answer is yes, you absolutely can use all of these devices. And recently in the 7.0 update that I released, you now have the game automatically set a lot of that stuff for you. So in all previous versions of my FDR mods, you had to set every single control yourself. And you still have to do that on the joysticks. If you buy said joysticks, you still have to follow the setup video and set them accordingly. But if you have an Xbox controller or you're using mouse and keyboard and you're just kind of fiddling around, I have it now set with this version, the 7.0 version, that these machines can automatically be set and they will be exactly the same as the in-game machines. So the in-game machines like the Volvo excavator, that type of stuff, will be exactly the same setup. So in this video, I'm just going to give you guys a quick demonstration. So if you're brand new to the game, or even if you have been playing the game and you want the controls to work, I'm just going to drag this over here. So this is the folder that you will get that has, or the file that you'll get that has all of the mods in it from the FDR logging stuff. So on the very bottom here, you said this ZFDR control inputs. So this is the new updated one as of the 7.0 update. And once you install it, in the game, your controls can be set. Now, if this is the first time you're playing the game, come down here to this little, so if you're in the game, you can hit escape, go down to this little cog-shaped icon with the settings wheel, go here, go over to controls, and then at the very bottom of this big pile of stuff here, so click on this little bar over here, you can drag it all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the FDR logging input bindings. So this is all the input bindings for my machines in the game. Now, normally, if you're using a joystick or anything else like that, you have to follow the guide for setting up your joysticks. And in previous versions, you weren't able to use automatic controls. It would just be blank like this. So if you're coming to this screen and you have all the mods installed properly and this is still all empty for some reason and you're wondering what's going on, go down here and reset all. So what this is going to do is it's going to reset all of the control bindings. Now, if you're already a player and have your control set up, I'm sorry, this will reset your control, so you might have to change a few things. But if you're new to the game and you haven't set anything up yet, just hit reset all and then click yes. And then go okay. And what that's going to do, sorry, it'll bring you back up to the top here. So we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, is you're going to see now all of the input bindings for the FDR machines are set exactly the same as the in-game ones. So we have the mouse controls, we have the keyboard controls, and you'll have the, well, if you have your Xbox controller plugged in, it'll have the Xbox controls as well. So make sure if you're trying to set the Xbox controls, you have your Xbox controller plugged in before you hit reset all, and it'll automatically fill those in accordingly. So the only ones that I do not have set in the game is for these ones. So the body raise on the processor, the arms on the processor, the roller feeder on the processor, and the saw raise and lower on the processor. And the reason I don't have any of these set is because either you can choose to set these if you want, or you may not have to use them at all, because I have it now where the processors don't actually need to be raised or lowered to use them like we do in our videos. Everything's wide open, so you don't have to use any of these controls if you don't want to. But if you want to, you can go through, watch the other video that I have for setting up the controls to find out which each of these controls do. But I think it'll be really difficult with a mouse and keyboard, and even very difficult with a Xbox controller to be able to utilize these extra controls. So it's up to you if you want to dig into these deeper, but for the most part, when you go into the game, you will be able to use the controls set. So now if I push, like I'm not using my joysticks, if I push, K on the keyboard, it'll rotate my cab to the right. If I push M on the keyboard, it'll go to the left. And you can tinker around with the different settings as well to see what does what. Like I said, I'm doing all this stuff with the keyboard right now, and you can control and change and flip your machine over just like I am, because I'm really good with the keyboard controls, as you can see. But yeah, so now you can use your keyboard and your mouse if you want. Same thing, the mouse obviously does the same kind of features. You can open and close, rotate, twist, turn, do whatever you want with the mouse. But all that stuff is automatically set for you now to match what the in-game stuff does. So yeah, that's kind of part of the whole dealio. But like I said, I highly recommend you guys get joysticks because you're gonna have a way better experience. But I don't want to deter people from trying it with other controllers before they get into the full experience. So yeah, that's all there is for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you out there logging. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.